All right. How many people we got here? Good morning, everybody. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Tons of upside walls. Right now. Morning, kick ass trading day. Volume flip keeps moving up. Sheen caught the fib retrace on ES at the HV around 51. Watch for all these time now. No problem, man. Glad things are working out. Today is a tough day to trade. I was fucking stuck sitting on a toilet for the most part, so. Trying to find a wall of some sort for a potential rejection. But Fauna also keeps climbing up, then makes it tough to take a short by any means today. Plus, I was too busy hugging my fucking ass cheeks or hugging the toilet to catch the long. Anything to the left here? $60. Interesting. In the money puts, I have 5,200. 5150 sold put wall. Purchased. Sorry, not sold. Guys, if you're asking questions in Discord, I'm probably not able to see it just because I don't have Discord open right now. My flip was at 5130, 30 minutes, 5185. Yeah, that shit just climbed up in an enormous amount. I don't doubt that we keep pushing up today. I would love to find a short, but it's not ideal. Why did my screen just darken? Whatever. $5,200 today, question mark? Seems very possible since everything's kind of even. Vana wall or Vana flip creeping up again now, 51.90. Seems very doable today. Kind of an unlucky move to miss, but it is what it is. Yes, 1 hour. There was a place to reject. This would be it here. And Q hasn't tapped that same level yet, but ES is leading, so we'll pay closer attention to that one. Yeah, this thing's just pumping. I think even CPI came out bad, right? I'm not. Did it? Yeah, it did. Wait, no. This thing is just pumping through all these positive GEX levels. 5,200 today. Seems possible, but it hasn't given a single entry. Yeah, if you missed, see, if you missed this one, these are about the only entries. Maybe even here you entered, but nothing really clear or clean for an entry today. We busted right through 50. was higher than expected, so bearish for the market. Yeah. That's what I figured when I saw the numbers, but it just that's why, like, you know, it's funny. Everyone's saying like the I was just in a conversation yesterday with somebody saying that the economy is so fucked, and to a certain extent, I kind of agree. But I think people have already made the adjustments to the current situation, if that makes sense, right? So I don't think it's as fucked as most people keep saying. Do you guys kind of get what I'm saying? Like everyone has made the not everyone. Most people have made the adjustments to like the higher interest rates and stuff like that they don't really give a shit anymore. Whether or not it comes back down. And those who keep saying like, I was so frustrated when somebody I was talking to earlier was saying that the stock market is a representation of the current economy. I'm like, bro, you are joking, right? Yeah, I was like, dude, there's no way you just said that to me. Like, there's no fucking way that you just said the stock market is a representation of the economy. It's part of it, but that's not. It's like, oh yeah, the stock market's booming and the economy's doing fantastic. I think it's not that it's doing fantastic. I think it's that everyone made those adjustments to the current economy already, where it's like, okay, people are still pulling out loans at 7 to 8% interest rates. Like it hasn't stopped them. But that's just my 2 cents. Everyone's economic outlook or view kind of differs, so. NQ has ran up 200 points already in the middle of the day. ES has ran up at this rate just as much. From its lows of 80 up to 50, so 55-point run up. Pretty nasty. What time is it? Almost, okay. Let's see, this is kind of, I guess what we're watching at this rate. Hard to get a gauge of gamma with all these walls, although we do have Vonaflip at 5190. I don't doubt that we potentially test that today. Row. Want to see how I'm finding entries in. Sorry, could you specify what you mean by that? You want me, or are you asking me? Do I want to see how you're finding entries? Sorry, just asking for clarification. I always personally, which is super weird, do better in like range days. Oh, I mean, yeah, just post it in the Discord. Let's see. That is a lot of stuff. Left side is NQ 15-second chart. 15-second chart. Well, you're one of the only people that I've seen use that other than Gio and I. I don't usually like, if we're pushing up, it's like very similar to yesterday, right? I'm a reversal trader, so usually what I look for is like a reversal on a sign of a reversal by of any sort. Today just wasn't a good day. Well, one yesterday's day indicated a range day. Just overall, I mean, I have to go back and look at yesterday's, but I want to say, if you look at the GEX levels from yesterday, it was very obvious that it was just kind of stuck within that level, right? With I mean, just not even like GEX alone. You could just look at the PA, right? It's very easy to tell where all the levels were. Here's the gap fill. You have a level here. I think 51.25 was the level. 51.15, 51.10. and 5100. It's not so much like what I mean, like not a range day, but like if the market is trading like it's in a range in the sense of like it's just going up and down versus like today it just keeps going up, right? There isn't a consistent level where you can see us holding over and over again, right? Yesterday was 51.15, where you can see there was a consistent level in which we kept rejecting in the morning. And when we finally got above it, it started acting like support. And right here, right towards the end of the day, was acting like support to 1.6 upside, 51.50 at delta 2, which would act like a replay of positive on or below a negative 5 environment. 10 more points to the upside will put 51.50. Let me check that. $51.50 put is at a negative delta. Negative 0.3. So if we go back up, where's my chart? 51.50 is positive below. IV to drop for more buys. So we have positive below at 51.50. We would need to push up for the delta to decrease to negative 0.2, which makes sense if it's positive below. If IV goes up, which it seems like that wouldn't be the case. So positive below, if IV goes down, it would be a buy. Yeah, which is more aligned with VIX going down, and SPX going up. So I don't doubt that if that delta at 51.50 kind of hits negative 0.2, then we could continue going up. Yeah, that would make sense for the person who just said that in Discord. Cameron Pull, no problem, man. Here, cause technically I gotta be. This is now a full-time job. Watching all this jazz happen. What a move to miss, though. There was one thing that I wanted to take was this. This is what I see as a sign of strength. This. When ES didn't take out that low, I figured it was that's a sign of strength for sure. Didn't know we'd pop up this high though, that's for sure. About to pass my 50K challenge. Just need one more trading day. Already hit the profit target. Very nice. Not much happening. Going into lunch hour, I don't doubt we kind of just chop around here and then push up to 90. So long as the Vana flip kind of stays at 90, I think we'll be pretty golden for that level. Excuse me. This 5150 is still pretty big, but it's a lot of room down. So we'll see what happens. If it stays by like 11, 30, 12 again, then you know we can potentially pull back to there. I think lately these have been staying on quite a bit just after even yesterday's experience. It keeps staying until about like 12:30. So you could wait till end of day to make a trade. That would be my suggestion, because this is not giving any clear direction as of right now. Why doesn't this load? It's open. There we go. 5170. Yeah, this is a boring market again. If you had missed the entry from pretty much the bottom, then it's like, or if you didn't catch calls from the bottom, then pretty ass the rest of the day. Kind of a tough spot for. It's like you don't want to long because we're near all-time highs, but at the same time, it's like, do you really want to short as we continue? Do you really want to keep shorting the chart? Yes, yes, I do. Your bigger time frame. Anything on bigger time frames? Bonaflip still doesn't drop. Every single 5-minute red candle, there was positive delta. Even again, yeah, this probably wants 5190 SPX, but probably I want to say by end of day. Only thing that I'm paying close attention to right now is that bond flip. I think that'll be a pretty telling sign. And oh, where are we on SPX right now? We're at 5170. I want to look at the delta for this 5150.2. 0.2. Now it's at minus 0.2. Okay. So before I hop off, I'm going to leave you guys with this last thing. Right now, those 5150 puts are basically at minus 0.2 for their deltas. So with that being said, if VIX goes down, right? If VIX decides to go down, continue lower, what does that mean? That basically means the dealers will start buying up SPX, right? If that's not the case, if VIX starts to go up, then dealers will begin to sell SPX. That's just as of right now, since the delta, so right around 5170 is when those deltas hit 0.2, give or take. So just keep that in mind and pay close attention to what VIX is doing. Because if VIX starts to go back up, then essentially that's not a really good sign. That means market could potentially pull back a little bit more. Before that's if you're in longs. Market could definitely pull back down to maybe 50 before finding its way back up. That I would use 50 as support going into today. If we get a drop back down to 50, I wouldn't mind longing that. But with that being said, until then, not really going to do much. Right? So let's just draw those out. In about an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sitting around for that. I missed the move today, so I'm not going to force anything. So we're right here. I expect this to go to 50 and then hit 90. This is the ideal setup for today. So if you want, when we get down to 50, I'd pick up like 55 or 60 calls or just buy at the money. But other than that, I'm probably not going to take anything else today. So I'm going to end the live here because not much is happening. I would just wait for that trade to come around if you see anything. If we get back down to 50, my suggestion is to long it size light because you want to long it or when you long it, make sure Vonaflip at 5190 is still there, right? That'll probably be the draw up. Pay attention to the deltas. Make sure on any of the green candles going up, you don't see any negative delta building up. So let me type it out. Okay, so down to 5150 long, right? And then Okay. Does that make sense, guys? That's pretty much what I'll leave you guys with. This. Is that good enough? I feel like that's a good thing to leave you guys with, right? All right, one last walkthrough of what to watch out for. Oh, I guess another thing to add is there we go. So a couple things, right? Let's start from the very beginning. Down to 5150, I suggest longing that. Why? And if you do long it, so down to 5150, you go for a long. Pick up SPY or SPX at the money, size lightly because you want to make sure that dealers are still showing interest above 5150, right? If they're not, then don't play the long at 5150. Or if you are planning on playing the long at 5150, same thing, size light, treat it as a base hit. Second thing, check to see if the 5190 Vana flip is still there. If it is there, then there's still potential for the upside, right? Watch your footprint chart to make sure there is no negative delta building up on any of the green candles. The next thing is watch for VIX to see if vol is decreasing for 5150 Vana to essentially make dealers buy, right? Is that good? That's 78.6, maybe draw. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking potential drop to 5150. I do think that's probably the most ideal spot to long. I wouldn't short any of this because I've gotten clapped all morning from shorting the small little pops with tight stops. So with that being said, I wouldn't suggest shorting it. Learn from my mistake. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this helps. Make sure to stay patient. Wait for the trade to come to you. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come, right? If we don't tap 5150, so be it, right? But that is the most ideal long for today. That being said, thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, keep moving.